You're okay with that, right? You're okay with that being something that is carried around with you and your name in NBA circles as you continue to desecrate what it is that was the legacy of Michael Jordan.
Well, Dan, there's a couple of things going on. First of all, the people on Twitter are reacting one of two ways. Either saying, yeah, or saying, well, that's what it takes to win. And so I don't quite know what the backlash I'm getting, despite a very generic statement. But the other thing is that Billy said to me, what's the worst that could happen? And
You're fine.
You have Zeke on your side. I mean,
yeah. I mean, honestly, it's more likely that Zeke will be on cinephobe than Michael Jordan. Yeah. So, if anyone, you want him on your side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, What's cinephobe?
I'm not doing that again with you. I wanted to ask the group, though, of something that Kevin Cole reported the other day, because we're talking so much these days about whether Matt Ryan is worth third-round picks. Is Baker Mayfield worth a sixth-round pick if you have to take the contract? And you're talking about these picks that aren't first-round picks. And Kevin Cole reported, and I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about this, that in the last 11 years, when you have compensatory picks, what you get when you lose some of your players, that in the last 11 years, the Ravens have 32 of those, and the Jags have 0. 0 in 11 years. So if you can take an unscientific thing like drafting and just increase your odds by having 32 picks over 11 years that Jacksonville doesn't have, I don't know if there's a correlation between Jacksonville not being able to stay up there and Baltimore perpetually being able to stay up there. Maybe that correlation is the difference between Lamar Jackson and Blaine Gabbert. but 32, when I saw that number, I was like, whoa, those are in a salary cap sports, two teams doing business very differently around where they assign value. One of them's a laughingstock that hires Urban Meyer, who doesn't know who number 99 for the Rams is, and the other one is one of the elite organizations in the sport that has the reputation, no matter who their quarterback is, that they're going to be toward the top of competitive.
It'd be interesting to see how teams like the Rams, who mortgage their future to win a Super Bowl, change their hiring practices so they can get compensatory picks. Raheem Morris is their defensive coordinator. Given that they have this king-making head coach in Sean McVay, every team wants to hire any coach that breathes air near him. All of a sudden, if those are minority candidates that have been there for more than 1 year, a team that didn't have any draft picks all of a sudden has a handful of third-rounders.
For some reason in that sport, the NFL values those picks more than I ever have in my lifetime covering sports. That Jimmy Johnson used to talk, even as somebody who found Zach Thomas in later rounds, about going to the bathroom and what he leaves behind in the bathroom is a 5th or a 6th round pick. But These things now have a value.
Well, they have value to the people who are good at it, I think, right?
Well, but is there good at it? I'm saying you get good at it.
Ozzie Newsome's pretty good at it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if I give Ozzie Newsome 32
is he still there?
I believe he is. I hope that he is. He better still be there.
What degree of conviction do you have? That
I'm like 89%. Okay.
The other day you said about Elway, you criticized Elway for what he was doing at quarterback, and Elway is no longer picking the quarterbacks in Denver. He's
in charge.
His power stripped. But you say good at it and good at drafting, Stugotz. And what I'm saying is if I've got a 32-0 advantage, I'm going to be better than you at drafting.
Law of averages.
I'm just scattershot. I'm doing something that's unscientific, and I'm just increasing my probabilities of, well, I might not know what I'm doing, but if I have 32 of them and you have 0, I'm going to know what I'm doing more than you know what you're doing.
So Ozzie Newsome retired as general manager in 2018. He took a executive vice president role behind the scenes, not front-facing as GM anymore.
But he's still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Calling the shots.
Yeah, yes.
That is not calling the shots.
What do you mean?
Behind the scenes.
He could be the guy
behind the shots.
The guy behind the guy.
Yes.
That is not the calling of the shots.
Working the marionette.
His voice carries. Jim Henson.
No doubt.
You're going to say no to Ozzie Newsome? You'd be the first one and the only one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Hall of Famer.
What are you no doubting about?
I mean, whatever's been said that I agreed with, I gave it a no doubt.
Said that I agree.
Yeah, it earned a no doubt.
What a teammate.
I don't give those willy-nilly.
But you do.
I really do.